Biology, Part 68. The components of human blood are normally kept well mixed by constant motion within the circulatory system. However, if a sample of blood treated to prevent clotting is placed in a test tube and allowed to stand, it separates into two fractions called formed elements and plasma. The formed elements settle to the bottom of the tube, forming a red layer, which accounts for about 45% of the total blood volume, as summarized in our table. The formed elements consist almost entirely of the red cells, the erythrocytes, which with various different kinds of white cells, which are leukocytes, and tiny cell fragments called platelets. So the platelets are there, erythrocytes are there, and then there are the red blood cells. So as we move ahead, there are erythrocytes, leukocytes, and platelets. Together, the leukocytes and platelets form only about 1% of the blood volume. The platelets and the leukocytes together only contribute to 1% of the total blood portion. The leukocytes are divided into two main groups, are called granuloleukocytes and agranuloleukocytes. Granuloleukocytes have an irregular lobed nucleus and cytoplasm containing the prominent granulars, as shown in the table. The granulites are further subdivided into neutrophils and eosinophils and basophils. These types of the cells are so named because these granules react in different ways when a dried blood film is treated with Leishman stain. A mixture of an acid dye ozone and base dye methylene blue are provided to treat it. The granules of the neutrophils remain unstained, while those of the eosinophils stained red. So, I beg your pardon, please, and I'll explain more about it as I move next to it. While they remain unstained, the granules of the neutrophils remain unstained, while those of the eosinophils stain red, and those of the basophils stain blue. The neutrophils granules are now known to be lysosomic, and they are in fact the enzymes while help to digest the they are the enzymes which help to digest the microorganisms following phagocytosis. The agrolysocytes have a smooth rounded or bean-shaped nucleus and cytoplasms with no obvious granules. They include the lymphocytes and monocytes. All the different types of white blood cells are involved in defense of the body against disease, and they are discovered further in our tutorials. Functions of the blood plasma: transport of materials in solution. The composition of plasma is outlined in the table. Water forms 90% of the plasma and dissolves the many of the substances listed so that they are carried around in the general circulation. Substances including glucose, amino acid, vitamins form the reservoir of raw material, which can be tapped by the tissue cells according to their needs, while waste products like urea circulate until being removed by the excretory organs. Some substances such as iron and hormones are transported by carrier proteins, which belong to the globulin groups. We explain further about it.